It's Good Morning Tucson.
Later in this half hour, it's our last one-tank trip of the summer. I'm taking you to the territory's first ever courthouse in Florence, where a museum team is keeping one man's legacy alive. Good Morning Tucson at 6 starts right now.
All right, so still to come this morning, it's the final stop on our summer series, One Tank Trips.
I'm taking you up the road to Florence and McFarland State Historic Park. You'll come across the territory's first ever courthouse and learn about the Arizona icon who saved it for future generations to explore. So stay with us. You're watching Good Morning Tucson.
Here at 6:21, we've got the final stop on our summer series, One Tank Trips, taking you to fun spots across southern Arizona on just one tank of gas.
And a blast it has been. We're heading north on Oracle, up State Route 75 to go to Florence. So, Claire, a museum team here is preserving the Arizona Territory's first ever courthouse, so a lot of theme of this kind of history. But they've also turned it into a tribute to a major figure in our state story. So we'll step inside the McFarland State Historic Park. We parked our car right on Ruggles Street in what's considered historic downtown Florence. Now, this building can seem unassuming at first, but once you walk in, it's like stepping into a time capsule.
It was a courthouse for about 12 years until Florence outgrew it and built the second courthouse. Then this became the county hospital for about 50 years.
Museum docent Susan Jackman knows that this place has been that jack of all trades. The gift shop here up front used to be the county jail. In fact, they still have a piece of the old jail door and cage.
It is heavy. This was custom made in Missouri and shipped out here to fit inside that room, so it was like a big cage.
Susan was one of two guides on this trip. She and Sherry Butler walked us through each of the rooms, filled with dioramas and artifacts of Florence's past. Butler tells us the town grew thanks to farming and mining. And over time, the old buildings, still standing, have become a key part of Florence's fabric.
In Florence, we have over 100 buildings on the National Historic Register, which I think is a big darn deal.
Still, this old courthouse could have been lost to Father Time, until Arizona statesman Ernest McFarland stepped in to buy the building in 1974.
He was, I would say, a Renaissance man of his day.
U.S. Senator, Arizona governor, and then state Supreme Court Chief Justice. But my guides are quick to point out that in life, he liked to stay grounded, so he preferred that people call him Mac. Mac donated this building and paid for the renovations so it could become a state park in 1979. And over the years, his family has donated several heirlooms.
So this was an organ that was in his father's, grandfather's family, got handed down and spent its life in the McFarland home.
There's the occasional medal, plaque, and even this gift, a watch from President Lyndon B. Johnson. And over in this corner, there's a glass case honoring Mac for helping write the GI Bill of 1944.
You can't overstate the impact that the GI Bill has had on our country.
That's part of what we do, is just to keep his legacy alive.
Pretty cool for sure. So starting from our studio on the east side, the ride to Mac State Park is a little over 73 miles, give or take 90 minutes each way you're coming back and forth. Now we know gas mileage is different for each of your cars, but using our average plan for 6 gallons round trip and based on the latest AAA prices, that should be just under $21 for the drive. And then getting in there to the State Park and Museum, Claire, pretty affordable. Adults $5 to get in, everyone 18 and younger is free. And the day trip aspect, you could check out much more of those old historic buildings in Florence, the small business mom and pop stores, the fudge shop, you know, gotta have some candy on the trip too. So pretty cool to, you know, get to spend a road trip day up there and learn about a pretty cool figure, I'd say.
Yeah, I love how Arizona preserves so much of its history. It's very cool.